Tommy Grammer here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I began the stay foundation with this German Shepherd here, specifically sit and stay. That's what I'm going to be covering today, and hopefully you can take some of these tips home with you and apply them to your own dog. Now, this dog does know how to sit, and that's something that your dog should know how to do for sit and stay. So if your dog doesn't know how to sit, you want to go ahead and get that behavior down before you start moving on to the stay aspect. So to get started, I've got some treats in my pocket here. This dog is a little distracted by something that's going on out there. So I'm going to get his attention on me because I need attention before I can teach anything. So I'm going to go ahead and cue the sit. It's a little distracted. Sit. So this brings up a good point here. Because now, for whatever reason, I think he's hearing something off in the distance and he's not interested in my food rewards. So if I come out to an environment like this and I can't get the dog's attention in the really early stages of training, I need to go and make it easier for the dog. So he's not too interested in the food. Well, there he is a little bit. Sit, stay. So I'm going to go ahead and start training the stay. Now, if at any point I feel that I'm training in an environment that's too distracting for him, then I'm going to go and move it inside. All right. So that's something that you should be thinking about with your own dog. If you come out to your yard and you can't get your dog's attention, probably need to be practicing in the kitchen or in the living room. All right. So I'm going to go ahead, because I've got some attention, I'm going to go ahead and start. And at any point, if I feel like he's looking off in the distance and not paying attention to me or wanting the food that I have at all, then I'm going to cut this video and I'm going to pick it up inside. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. First step is to go ahead and get the dog's attention again, like I said. Hudson. So I'm not getting what I want because he's too distracted over there, so I'm going to go ahead and move it inside. Alright guys, now I'm back inside because it was just too distracting out there. If I've already built a foundation for stay and I'm practicing with the dog in an environment where the dog is distracted, then I have no problem proofing my stay out there. But because I'm in the early teaching phases with this dog, I want to start in an environment in which the dog doesn't really have a problem paying attention to me. So, brought it in here, but we'll pick up where we left off. Sit. So I'm going to cue the dog to sit. I'm going to go ahead and feed there. Now I need a release cue that's going to help us with the stay. So I'm going to go ahead and say, okay. Right, just like that. You can use whatever release cue that you like. Common ones are free, break, all done. I'm going to be using okay today. So cue the dog to sit, stay. Now I'm going to wait just a little bit longer before I feed. Good. Okay. So what we're doing here, we call this building up the duration of the stay, which is how long can the dog stay for. Sit, stay. Good. Okay, and release. Now if your dog, when you're practicing this, they're looking around a whole lot, or they're popping their butt up and they're moving around, I want you to just feed a little bit more often, all right? Okay. Sit, stay. Good. Okay, and release. So this would be building up the duration of the stay, and I would start off by practicing for 5 seconds, then 10 seconds, then 30 seconds, and then a minute. Once I get the duration where I want it, usually around 30 seconds a minute, I go ahead and start adding distance. And how I do that, hip up, get the dog's attention again, sit, stay, back away 1 step, come back to the dog, good. Okay, and I'm really working on setting this dog up for success. So I'll show you that the dog doesn't know stay. Sit, stay. So at this point, if I back away, he just comes toward me. So what I want to do, sit, stay, 1 step back, and then 1 step back to the dog, good. 2 steps, 1 step, 2 steps, back to the dog, good. If when I come back to feed and that dog pops his butt up, I pull that treat away, good. And release, okay. Stay. So I saw a little hesitation there. That's a good time to come back and feed. Good. Okay. All right, let's look what happens if the dog makes a mistake. Sit. Stay. So let's say I'm backing away and your dog comes to you. I'm going to mark that mistake with All that should mean to the dog is that that's incorrect. And we repeat. Stay. No. Stay. And the dog's successful, we're going to reward. Good. Okay. And release. All right, so that's distance. So sit, stay. So I'm practicing now around 4 or 5 feet, coming back to the dog and feeding. As the dog continues to get better, stay. I'll practice 15 feet, then 20 feet, and then 30 feet, and so on and so on. All right. Anytime the dog makes a mistake, I mark it with nope or It doesn't really matter what you say. It's more about your tone inflection. And I'm not saying to the dog you should never come toward me. All I'm saying is when I have you in a stay, that's a mistake. Stay. If you find that your dog is making a lot of mistakes, stay. You're probably going too fast with them. Good. So I want to show the dog that when I tell you to stay, don't pay attention to what my body is doing. Just remain in that stay until I return to you. I personally, sorry, I had a little interruption there. Stay. What I was going to say is I personally do not release the dog to me, so I don't say, okay, and let the dog come here to get the food. All the rewards happen while the dog is staying. So that should be the best part. Stay. I want the dog thinking, just wait for my handler to return to me. All right, so once I release the dog, I'm done. Good. And I don't do a whole lot of praising in the teaching phase. I'm really just using food and rewards. As the dog gets better, I do start to add in some praise, but you don't want to be adding in really excited praise because you're doing stay work. So if I was going to praise the dog, good boy. Something real soft up underneath the chin, on the chest, good boy. And then, okay, good dog. That's it. What a good boy. All right, guys, that's it for today's session. If you would like to receive more training videos, just hit subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be working on putting a weekly training session, try to do those on Sundays. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of those. Thanks, guys.